Good morning. Hello, hello. It is November 14th, which this whole month is National Diabetic Awareness Month, but today, November 14th, is World Diabetic Day, Diabetes Day. And so today specifically, as I shared yesterday, November 14th is significant because the gentleman who created insulin, who found the cure who found a way to create insulin, or to harvest insulin and then create artificial insulin, he was born today. So today's his birthday. So that's why we celebrate this specific day, is because Dr. Banting was born on November 14th. So today is not only National Diabetic Month, but it is World Diabetes Day. So a couple things I wanted to share with you today. I shared with you yesterday kind of how he discovered it, kind of the process of walking into that room with kids that were laying in a comatose state. And if you can imagine your child sick to the point that they're in a coma, sick to the point where they're not able to respond or be awake, and just sitting and watching them die, and then watching a man walk in and inject them with something, and minutes later seeing them start to wake up. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the despair of those parents? I can tell you that when Molly was diagnosed, and we were lucky, we caught it at a point where she was still up and functioning. She never went into a diabetic ketoacidosis state. She was never in a coma. She was always coherent. We were very fortunate. That's not the case with everybody. But I can tell you that as a parent, I knew something was really wrong, and I was watching her decline so rapidly. And even though I had no clue what was happening, I could see her body starting to shut down. And so I can't imagine being one of those parents with my kid in a hospital, not with no solution, with no answer. So that is why we celebrate today. Here's what I also want to share with you today. In 1989, Queen Elizabeth went to Canada, and they created a monument for Dr. Banting. And this always makes me cry. If you're a diabetic parent and you don't know about it, Google it. Google Flame of Hope. So they created this monument, and it has one of those everlasting flames on the top of it. And they lit it in honor of Dr. Banting. And someday, when there's a cure, they're going to fly the group that discovered the cure. They're going to fly them there, and they're going to extinguish that flame. And my prayer is that it will happen in Molly's lifetime. And if it does, we will be there. So I love the fact that they did something to honor Dr. Banting with an everlasting flame. And I love it that they did it with the hope that that flame will be extinguished someday. And I know that Dr. Banting would be really happy for that flame to go out. So today is National Diabetic Awareness Month, World Diabetic Awareness Day. I'm sharing this because you guys advocating with us, you guys fighting with us, you guys being aware of the issues that type 1 diabetics face. Things like insulin prices, things like health insurance for people, things like the emotional hardship of this, all of those little things that you guys are going to come along beside us and fight with and work with us. Those are the kind of things that are going to extinguish that flame. Yes, it's going to be a cure. Yes, it's going to be a group of medical scientists that are going to figure out a cure for this massive disease. But it is you and your efforts and your love that is going to fuel that and make that a possibility for us. So that is why I come on here and share. And if anybody, when that cure is discovered, anybody who wants to go with me to Canada to watch that flame be extinguished, we will have the biggest party. We will dance. We will cry. We will celebrate. And you're welcome to come with me, because I mean it. I'll take you with me. I'll take the whole world with me if I could. So please, please, please fight with us. Fight with us until type 1 is type none. Please fight with us until that flame of hope is extinguished. Because at that moment, when that flame of hope is extinguished, the hope will be alive in every one of our kids that face it. So thanks for following along. Thanks for loving us. Thanks for caring. And I'll be back on here tomorrow tomorrow I want to talk to you specifically about pancreas and a pancreas transplant, because I get that question a lot. So I will address that tomorrow. But until then, fight with us until type 1 is type none, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.